Yeah, hi there. These comments are for SA, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at Stealth, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. I just read your independent practice test number 30, and you're also one of my students at California State University, San Bernardino. So let's take a look at what we have. Now, the one thing a little bit unusual is you have a really fat paragraph. That second paragraph is probably over 300 words, so it makes it a little bit difficult for the reader. So my advice would be is to break the paragraph into two parts, and it looks like the logical place to do that would be you have two ideas here. You're saying that face-to-face communication is efficient because it saves time and it saves money, right? Those are your two ideas. So I'd recommend that one paragraph focuses on the efficiency of face-to-face communication as it relates to time, as how it saves you time. Then in the other paragraph, you talk about how face-to-face communication is more efficient because it saves you money. And that would be a little bit easier for the reader in that sense. So that would be really probably my biggest suggestion for you right now. So let's take a look at your introduction. See, this is what's a little bit unusual. You have a very short introduction. Your second paragraph is just colossally huge. It's so big. And then you have a fairly short conclusion, you know, in comparison to the second paragraph that you wrote. So your thesis, in the beginning it says face-to-face communication is still better than any other forms of communication that we use today because it provides a number of significant and unique advantages that are not available with the other forms of communication. Then you say, and these advantages help create a stronger and better form of communication between people. So what I would do is your thesis, it should incorporate those two ideas that you discuss in that second paragraph. So the thesis can talk about how face-to-face communication is a more efficient form of communication because it saves the listener or the speaker maybe time and also money. So your thesis, if it were a little bit more sharply focused, it would better connect what happens in that second paragraph. So I would say maybe also when you get to your conclusion, you probably want to break that up into two paragraphs where you have a conclusion where you restate the key points of your essay. Then you have that third paragraph which is developing one of the points that relates to your argument. All right, now the good thing is you have extraordinary command over the language. Your grammar and your vocabulary usage is actually very strong. You have good control, I think, of your sentence formation. You don't have a lot of problems with your verbs. So I thought that was very strong in that area. So let's take a look at the rubrics. Yeah, I'm going to say the biggest issue that I'm going to put you in the 3 area. You have a pretty good essay, but if you consider 3.75 passing, which is 24 points out of 30, I'm going to say you're a little bit shy of passing because the way that you organized the essay, I think, could be better than what you did. You could actually do a little bit better job with that. So I'd like to have you take a review at the writing lesson number 8. That'll give you some good tips on how to organize your ideas. So you can take a look at that. And anyway, thank you very much for your hard work on the essay. So I'm going to put you at 3.50 out of 5. That's going to put you at 22 points out of 30. Now, for the purposes of our class, let's see what that score would be. So we go to 6. I think it's going to put you in the 80s, but let me take a look at the scale here for just a minute. Yeah, 3.50 out of 5 is going to put you at 82 points out of 100 on this practice test.